Well, hello there. I'm Professor Max Powers, energy expert, power preserver, and light bulb aficionado. The following is brought to you by my good friends at the Kansas Energy Program. They provide energy education and assistance to small businesses, K through 12 educators, and Kansas organizations and residents. And it's all possible thanks to funding from the Kansas Corporation Commission through a U.S. Department of Energy grant. If you want to see more of their brilliant work, go to ProfessorMaxPowers.com and be sure to check out a few of my videos while you're there.
Hello, this is Kurt,
And Ryan.
and we're from the Kansas Energy Program at Kansas State University. Today we wanted to share an activity that can be done at home, in the classroom, or really anywhere with some spare supplies and a smooth surface. We call it the Sailcar Challenge, which lets you explore wind energy in one of its oldest forms. We're going to be making a car that uses sails to capture energy from the wind and converts it into usable energy to move it forward, just like a sailboat moving across the ocean.
During this activity, which is suitable for people of all ages, participants will not only learn about wind energy, but also independent and dependent variables. In this example, an independent variable might be the size, shape, or number of sails on the car. The dependent variable will be how far the sail car goes because it depends upon the changes you made to the car.
To complete this activity, you will need to gather materials from around the house to construct your sail car. Make sure you check with an adult on what you're allowed to use. Here are the main parts you'll need for your sail car: a base or hull, a sail, a mast to hold the sail up, wheels, an axle to allow the wheels to turn, fasteners to hold the wheels onto the axle, tape or other material to fasten the sail to the mast, scissors, a hole punch or something else to make holes in the sail or base, and decorations if you want to give it some style. You'll also need a fan and a measuring tape to see how well your sail car performs.
Here's an example of what the sail car typically looks like if you use those materials. You can see how we put the axle through the holes in the corrugated cardboard and used small binder clips on the end of the axles to keep the wheels on. After punching a hole in the base and the paper, we then created a sail. If you're doing this from home, you will probably not have the same supplies. But we don't want to let that stop us. Learning is all about overcoming obstacles. So to show you what this might look like, we built sail cars ourselves using materials found from around our houses.
All right, everybody. So let's talk through the materials that I found at home. So this cardboard I thought could be used as a platform or the base for my sail car. It is corrugated, so it has some gaps in there where I can slide one of my skewers through there, and then can attach some wheels to the skewer, or I might punch some holes in there to attach other wheels. I found some of this too. I thought I could use this as platform, but it's a little bit flimsy. I don't think it's going to be sturdy enough to serve as my base for the car, but I think it can still be useful. And then this is my favorite piece that I found. I was going through my wife's Christmas decorations, and I found this sled that will work as a base, and it's got wheels on it that can roll pretty easy, so I like that. And then I have some other options for wheels too. I'm not sure what these went to, but hopefully they work well. And then for a sail, I have some construction paper, and then some paper sacks and plastic sack. And then I have my tools: tape, scissors, hole punch, and I grabbed a stapler too.
All right, so these are some of the supplies I found from my house. So for the base, I thought either I have a cereal box. I also have a piece of plexiglass that I found out in my garage. And then for the mast and who knows what else, I brought pencils, some skewers. I had a lot of chopsticks, so I brought those. I have some paper for the sail. For my wheels, I wasn't sure what I wanted to use, so I have some washers that I thought maybe you could put some of those together and that could work. I have a couple of corks, so that could work for maybe like a front or back wheels. And then I also have some spools of thread that could work. And when we joked, we even talked, maybe you could use fruit, you could use some blueberries or something as wheels as well. But we're going to try it with just this for now. And then I couldn't really find any corrugated cardboard that I thought would work really well. So to put the axle through. So I found a couple of straws. One's from a reusable water bottle, and then this is a glass straw. And I thought, well, maybe I could put the axle through that and then attach that to the base. So really, I found inspiration from all over the house. I looked in the kitchen, the recycling bin, the garage, cleaning supplies, just kind of wherever I could. And if I just had just a tiny inkling of an idea of something that could maybe be cool, I grabbed it and I thought, well, we'll see if it works. As you can see, the possibilities are endless. You can use pretty much anything in your home as long as you have permission from an adult. All right, let's get to building. All right, so one of the first things you're probably going to notice is how much faster I am moving than Kurt. And that is because I took about 3 times as long to build my Sailcar as Kurt did. And instead of having us all sit around and watch this for 30 minutes, we just really sped my side up.
Yeah, so my design was pretty simple, just using that cardboard. I started with the wheels. I wanted to use those, so I just started cutting some of the cardboard for my base. And then just used a paper sack as my sail. So it was a pretty simple design that didn't take too long.
So one of the biggest issues I had is that I was really excited to try out this idea of using the straws and the skewers. Well, as it turns out, the skewers were not quite long enough, and I couldn't cut down those straws. One was for a water bottle and one was glass. So they just did not work the way that I had planned. So I kind of had to totally redesign my idea of how I wanted to do the wheels.
And there I finished my simple design. Moving on to the Christmas decoration, which was pretty much already done. So I just needed to add a sail to this.
Right, and you can see that I've kind of moved on, and I have a base done. I ended up not using that plexiglass. I used some cardboard and kind of struggled with that. And then I ended up switching and trying to use the spools of thread. And so that seemed to be kind of the easiest option based on what I had. I tried the washers and I didn't have enough washers, and they were kind of flimsy, so they just fall over. And even with the ones I had, they just didn't work super well.
And here I've finished just waiting on Ryan to finish up his.
Yeah, and you can't tell from this video because I was moving pretty quickly, but I was getting pretty frustrated with it. I really wanted to go get new supplies, but we were talking about how learning is all about overcoming obstacles, so I decided, no, I really want to stick with the supplies that I had on the table. I didn't want to get anything new. I just wanted to see if I could come up with something and make it work.
Okay, so here are the 4 videos of our first trials with each of our builds. We're going to test Kurt's cardboard build first. It doesn't really do that well at all.
All right, and then next up is my Sailcar that took a very long time to construct with the wheels, with the spools of thread. And it does go a little bit. We measured about 3 feet on that one. So it did move, but you can see the Sailcar definitely was kind of pushed over as soon as the fan was turned on.
And then here's Kurt's Christmas wagon. I was excited about this one. I thought it was going to do really well. And it actually did. I think we got about 19 feet with that one.
And then the 4th video is our kind of the original Sailcar design that we had, the one that we showed as what we would build if we use kind of the materials that we typically bring to the classroom. And you can see that that also did really well.
Alrighty, so after our first trials, we weren't very happy with some of our results, so we decided to make some adjustments. So mine, old Dorothy here, pretty much blew apart, so we rethought the whole wheel system. So we put a skewer through the cardboard and attached some bottle caps for the wheels. So hopefully that works a little bit better. It'll at least stay attached. And then I put some washers inside the bag to give it a little weight so it didn't just blow into the air. So hopefully that works out and we can get some better results.
All right, so I did make a few improvements to my Sailcar. One of those was just to make sure that the wheels here I have are turning a little bit better, the spools, the thread. And then you can see I also added this skewer here, and that's just to help improve some of the stability of the sail. When I tried it earlier, the sail kind of just flopped over when the wind pushed against it. So I'm hoping that that's going to help out. And then the improvement that I think is going to have the biggest impact on how this car goes is that I've added Wonder Woman to the front of my car.
Okay, so here are the second trials after we made some adjustments to our Sailcars. I had high hopes for mine, but it went nowhere. It stayed together though, so it did improve.
And then here's mine. I actually ended up getting about 9 feet on mine, so quite an improvement over what I had during my first trial.
Now it's time for you to build your own Sailcar. We'd love it if you tag us on Facebook or Twitter with any photos or videos. And make sure to check out the description below this video for more information.